Hi there, I'm John Shields from Chesapeake Bites, and we got some good summertime cooking going on right here. And it's because we have some of the best food in the world right around here in Maryland in the Chesapeake Bay, and we just love all of it. And we've been working with Future Harvest as of late and with some of their amazing farmers that they partner with. So we've been gathering produce and tomatoes. It's that time of year, so we're doing tomatoes. So I thought, let's do something that's real old-timey, Chesapeake-y kind of thing. And it's called a tomato and hominy casserole. This is something that's going to stick to your ribs and taste really, really absolutely delicious. Spoons. So often I mix kind of oil things. Let's say it says 6 tablespoons of butter or 4. I'll do half butter and half of an olive oil. I just like the flavor that the olive oil gives. It's also very, very healthy. And you know, when you're cooking, you can make those decisions. You can really do what you want to do. All right, so I have this going around here. Heat up the butter and the oil a bit. So I have just a small onion that I diced up a bit. And then every farmer's market stall, when you go up and down, right now you're gonna see some glorious bell peppers. Very healthy, lots of vitamin C in there. And most recipes, whenever you see these recipes, they always say, oh, use a green onion. Well, that's nice, but you know, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. So I get the green and the red and get some yellow too, or orange ones. And then your casserole or your dish is going to look so beautiful, and you get some great flavor in there as well. All right, hominy. Hominy 101. You probably don't know what the hotel bill hominy is. Well, hominy actually is corn. It's the whole kernels of corn. And it's been a Chesapeake staple for, God, way over 100 years. It was something that was very shelf stable, that you could can, you could jar, and there was so much corn. You know, the eastern shore of Maryland was kind of like, you know, the great harvest area for the entire East Coast. It was like the Central Valley of the East Coast. So there's tons of corn. And so what they would do is they dry the corn, the kernels, and then they would do this reverse osmosis process with a little bit of lye, and it basically softened, bleached out the kernels of corn. Then they dried them. If you're gonna cook it at home from a dried state, I would say let's, you know, soak it overnight, then cook it. But you can get it like right in cans in almost every grocery store in town. It's listed as hominy, or in some of the Latin grocery stores, you'll see it as pozole. So I got some canned here, and what I did first is I rinsed it a little bit in a colander with some cold water because it can be a little bit salty. So I just, you know, futzed with it a bit. So in the sense of we're gonna have a casserole, I buttered a casserole dish, and I'm gonna put my hominy right in there. All right, so now, while that's done, I have to do the tomatoes because we said this is summer tomato thing. One of the things you want to do, you want to use the ripest, freshest, most delicious local things. And then for this recipe, we like to peel it. So I just took the tomato, made a little X in the bottom of it, threw it into some simmering water. It could take anywhere 15, 30, 45 seconds. Then you'll see it just start to blister. Put it in some ice water, and look at this, voila. It slips right off. So I'm gonna take that, and I like to core it a bit, because you don't want any nasty core in that thing there. And then I also cut it in half, and this is what they call seeding the tomato. Just a gentle squeeze, the seeds come right out, like so. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna take and really just dice up these tomatoes. When you're cooking those in the water, remember I said cooking? We're not. We're blanching them. It's real fast because you don't want the tomatoes to cook while you're trying to get that peel off. All right, so it's real easy at this point. So I'm just going to take and put some of the tomatoes in here. And I'll shut my sauté thing off. So obviously you could have all this chopping and dopping. You have your mise en place in place ahead of time, but I wanted to show you how it is actually done. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of sugar into here, just a couple of tablespoons of sugar. And we're just going to let this cook just for a second over some low heat. And often, like especially in these old-timey Chesapeake recipes, they somehow are able to work in bacon and everything. And I like bacon. Bacon's quite delicious. But sometimes, you know, I have a lot of friends that don't want it, some family, they're watching their health, they don't want the saturated fat. So what I use in that case is just a little bit of liquid smoke. And I'm just gonna put a couple drops in here. Beep, 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 beep. Because it goes a long way. A couple drops go a long way, so be very careful when you're using anything like the liquid smoke. So now I'm going to also put in a little bit of salt in here and a little bit of pepper here. Stir this all around. And basically all we have to do at this point is not burn ourselves, because you don't want to do that. And I'm going to spoon all this delicious tomatoes and butter and olive oil, bell peppers, all into our hominy, like so. Grab this here and pour the rest of this right on top. Got it. And there you are. Put that all together there. Now, one of the things that's not in the recipe, but I like to improvise. You know, a lot of casseroles, I like a little bit of cheese in there. So over at Broomsbloom Dairy up in Harford County, Kate makes a delicious pepper jack. And she makes a couple spicy levels of it, so you can get your kind of regular pepper jack, or you can get the pepper jack kind of knock your socks off a bit. So this I made it not the real hot one, you know, because I didn't want to hurt anybody. And I'm just putting a little bit in to the mix itself, like so. And then I'm going to take some of this and just put it all over top, like so. And I'm going to, as we put it in the oven, it's just going to melt and it's going to be so good. So it's going to take, I have the oven set at about 350 degrees, so I'm thinking 30, 35 minutes, and you're going to have one dang good casserole. Something's smelling good. Oh Lord, let's see, I think our casserole is just about ready here. Oh my God, look at this. Our tomato and hominy casserole with just a little bit of cheese right on top of there. Now, oh my God, it smells so good. So, you know, you could almost use this as an entree if you want it, with a side salad, or it could be a side that you use with another dish, some fried chicken with this on the side. Oh, so delicious. So, bon appetit, enjoy.